The video you just watched is not an original concept. I actually copied it from another YouTuber, but he was using Adobe Premiere, and I had wondered, could we do the same thing using Corel Videostudio? And obviously the answer is yes, and I will show you how I did this. I already have my footage placed in the timeline, and what I like to do is take a snapshot, but preferably where there's not too many people walking right here. So if I use my preview scrubber, and if you don't have this, just hit Alt B and it will appear, and hit Alt B again for it to disappear. So I'm basically now just dragging the preview scrubber until I see the least amount of people in the center, and I guess it's about here. I'm going to drag my cursor up, and this is where I want to take the snapshot, and I just take snapshot. So here it comes into my media folder, and I'm going to take this and bring it into something like Photoshop. To find this one, right click, and you'll see here, locate on my computer. So now let's head over to something like Photoshop. Once you have your photo already in a photo editor, something like Adobe Photoshop, what we need to do is just remove the Eiffel Tower. To do that, I'm going to use the pen tool and just go around the edge. I really don't need to be too precise. I just have to make sure that I do encapsulate the entire Eiffel Tower. Control Enter to close the loop, and then I'm going to hit Shift Backspace, and I'm going to use the Content Aware fill and press OK. And hopefully that should remove it. Beautiful. And Control D to deselect the marching ants. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to actually then bring back the Eiffel Tower, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Now we need to separate the Eiffel Tower into 3 sections. Now to do that is quite easily. We're going to use the pen tool again, but this time I'm going to make sure I outline exactly what it is that I'm after. Like so. I'm just going to do the first one so you've got an idea of how to do it, and then from there on in you just repeat it 3 times. So I'm just gently going around here, make sure that I follow the curvature of everything, and I'm going to press Control Enter to close the loop, then Shift Control I. This will invert it, and then I'm going to hit the delete key, and what you'll find now is I have now just this on its own. Control deselect, and I will now save this one as well. And as you can see, I've already done that before, so I've got everything into 3 sections, and I'm going to import this all into Corel Videostudio. The first thing we're going to do is bring in that still image, the one that we actually removed the entire Eiffel Tower, and we're just going to place that on our overlay track. We're going to highlight that clip. We're going to go to the mask creator. Now we have to draw where we imagine the existing Eiffel Tower should be. We're going to use the lasso tool or the freehand, and I'm just going to basically draw here and where I think this is where the Eiffel Tower is. Close the loop and press OK. So what I've created now is the ability for the video to keep playing, but now over here nothing moves, because we're going to be building up on that like so. This is exactly what I want. So now what I'm going to do is bring in the first piece, the bottom piece, bring it in like so, and now you can see it's already there. I can also do now the second piece like so, and see how I'm slowly building it all up. So now the Eiffel Tower is back, and from here it's so simple, it's child's play. I'm now going to create custom motions and time when these clips will come in. The last part is probably the easiest part, and that is we just create custom motions. So what we're going to do is basically have it come in fairly early, probably within the first 1 second. So we grab the very first clip and bring it over to the 1 second mark like so. So what I want to do is probably have it drop down from the top or the bottom, or just something like that. Let's do that. Right click, motion, custom motion, and let's go into the custom motion interface and probably just have this keyframe highlighted here. I'm going to bring this up to about here, and I want to probably have this done within the first few seconds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this keyframe or highlight this keyframe, right click it, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go back over here and basically paste it right here. So Control V, and that should automatically put it in the right position and fairly fast as well. Okay, press OK. If I'm not mistaken, that should look pretty good. Yeah, so you can see it pop in. And it's up to you if you want to start right at the top, but you can even bring it up from the bottom. And then obviously what we're going to do is probably have it the length of the clip that you want. I'd most likely not have this entire clip, so drag it in here, fit to the screen, and then I'm going to work on the next clip, and this is how I'm going to build up slowly the entire project so they're all going to come into one by one. Alright, so there you go. Basically, I've just created very simple animation effects. As I'm dragging the scrubber, first piece in, second piece in, and the third piece in, and voila. All I did was then add in some sound effects just to really get the illusion across. So there you go. So sometimes when we see things like this in big, powerful things like Adobe Premiere or After Effects, the question is, could we do it in Corel Video Studio? And most likely, probably, I think so. And as always, thanks for watching.